Do you ever get tired when playing the piano? A lot of pianists complain about pain, particularly in this part of the arm. And sometimes it can get so bad that a person just has to stop playing. Now, I've been fortunate. I've avoided that entirely. I've never gotten tired, even when I play for hours and hours. And the reason for that is that, of course, I have developed over many years a very solid technique, and there are some basic things that a lot of piano players don't know about that can really prevent you from developing tendonitis or other injuries, and even just getting tired while you're playing the piano. So we're going to go through a couple of things today that you need to think about while you're playing. The first of which is you want to be sure that you have a certain amount of flexibility in your wrist here. Okay, so when I'm playing something like this, I am not locked up in my wrist. You'll see so much flexibility there. And that's really, really important to staying relaxed at the piano. So one of the exercises that you can do in order to develop a sense of relaxation at the piano is to drop into the key with your third fingers and just make some circles with your wrists. You want to be sure that your wrists are nice and flexible. That doesn't mean being completely loose in the wrist, because then the energy from your attack will just go everywhere. But you need to have a certain amount of suppleness but flexibility in the wrist as well. Now, another technique, and this is probably my very favorite technique for developing relaxation on the piano. It's especially important if you're playing really strong, loud, powerful passages. You need to understand that after you play the piano key, there's nothing you can do to change that sound. So once I play a powerful chord, I need to instantly be relaxed, okay? I play the chord and immediately after, my wrists are relaxed, because there's nothing I can do. No matter how hard I push, there's nothing I can do to change that sound. So you drop into the keys, you can have a certain amount of power in the wrists here, but the minute that chord has been played, everything is completely loose. And that makes an enormous difference over time, because if you're not doing that, then what happens? You're carrying that tension for minutes and minutes, hours and hours as you're playing. And so this is something to really keep in mind in order to stay relaxed at the piano. Now, my final tip regarding relaxation is this. There's an old-fashioned piano school which says you need to always have your fingers very curved when playing the piano. Okay, you need to have sort of this like a claw sort of grip. You know, you see piano teachers telling people they have to balance a coin on their hand and keep their fingers very curved and play. Now, this just doesn't make any sense. And when you look at great pianists, they don't do this. The vast majority of them, Vladimir Horowitz, Arthur Rubinstein, Marta Argerich, you'll see them playing with very relaxed fingers that are not especially curved. So a great thing to do is to just hang your arm down at your side. Let it hang down at the piano and notice what sort of form your hand is in. Now, there's a natural curvature to the fingers, of course, but it's not this kind of claw grip. You don't want to have that claw grip. Just relax the fingers a bit, particularly if you're playing on the black keys. There's no reason that you have to curve your fingers unnecessarily. And a lot of people, especially when they're playing on the white keys, think that they can't let their fingers go in between the black keys, but that's not true. Just relax your fingers into the black keys. You can go back into this part of the piano so that when you're playing, your fingers are nice and relaxed. So I'm not talking about completely flat fingers. I'm not talking about extremely curved fingers. I'm talking about the hand position where your hand, if it's just hanging, is completely naturally relaxed. That will help you all the time to be carrying the absolute minimal amount of tension. And there's one thing I want to talk about as well, which is raising up fingers that aren't playing. When you're playing a scale, for example, you notice that this fifth finger is lifting up into the air. That's a bad thing. It's not doing anything except adding extra tension to your playing. So you want to relax that finger, let it back down onto the keyboard so that you can keep your fingers right over the notes that they're playing without any unnecessary tension causing your hand to do this. Now, you practice slowly and try and implement these things, and I guarantee you that will really help you to stay relaxed at the piano. I hope this video has been of some use to you. Check out my online piano course, petersonpianoacademy.com, if you're looking for a graded structural piano course that'll take you from beginner all the way through advanced. See you soon.